Good morning. It's good to be with you this morning. Today we're going to take a slightly different direction with our daily devotions by beginning a study in the book of Psalms. Many of the days of these devotions, the team has been taking you to one of the Psalms. But since this is going on for a while, I thought it might be good for us just to march our way through the book of Psalms, beginning with Psalm 1. So each day, beginning today, we'll look at one of the Psalms. Today, Psalm 1, and tomorrow, Matt Mason will help us with Psalm 2. And we hope you'll join us as we work our way through the book of Psalms. So today, Psalm 1. Let me read it with you. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. The picture that the psalmist paints here is obviously a very black and white one between two groups of people. And he's urging us not to, as it says, walk in step with the wicked, stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers or scoffers. So he's talking about our disposition toward people who are not following God's way. So we definitely live in an age where there are some who scoff at or mock the ways of God, whether it is our view of who created the world, or how the world is to be managed and run, or how we should conduct ourselves in terms of our bodies and our choices and our relationships. And we come under some attack for our beliefs. But it says here in verse 2, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. So that group of people is those who value what God says over what the popular opinion of the day is. It says that person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prosper. So there's a good destiny and a good direction to the person who doesn't entertain the opinions of the ungodly, but rather stands with God and his word. The destiny of the wicked is laid out in verse 4. Not so the wicked. They're like chaff that the wind blows away. And that, of course, is the picture of the winnowing floor, where you would winnow the wheat by tossing it up in the air, and the husk would blow away, and all that would be left is the seed that was used for making flour. The wicked will not stand in the judgment. Now we're talking about a different set of standing. Sinners shouldn't stand with the wicked or the mockers or sinners. But now in the end here, in verse 5, the wicked won't be able to stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. So when God draws apart those who have loved his word and delighted in his law, there's a group of people who won't be able to stand with them. So in the beginning, we're not to stand with people who are scoffers and mockers and sinners in terms of agreeing with them and letting them guide our decisions. But in the end, they're not able to stand with us, because God separates them out and says, you're the wheat, you're the chaff that's been pulled off of the wheat, and you can't stand with them. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. It couldn't be a more black and white kind of distinction here in Psalm 1. So as you go about your life in this culture which often mocks the ways of God, Psalm 1 says, stay the course, stand with God, love his word, follow his ways, no matter what the crowd is saying. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.